Today I'm going to break down every single tool that I've used to scale my agency to 9K MRR. If you're new here, we do done for you meta ads. We charge $50 per lead and $297 a month for some basic GoHighLevel infrastructure. Let's go that way. And I'm going to break down how we do it, how we get our leads, how we fulfill everything. I'm not going to hold back anything on here, and everything I'm saying right now is going to be a part of the free school community under the Stack section of Iron Operators, so feel free to join there. First, I'm going to mention, like in my last video, I don't know if it's posted yet, but I basically run everything out of Claude. Now, Claude is the orchestrator, and I plug my API keys, MCP server, browser automation, whatever it is, directly into Claude. I'm not actually going into any of these apps. I don't even know what half of these apps do. I don't need to. I feed Claude the documentation, and so that's number one, is Claude Code. There's an entire module in the school community on how to get started with Claude Code and the basics in 101, 80-20 there. Secondly, I'm gonna say GoHighLevel. GoHighLevel is, you can't run an agency without GoHighLevel, and I'm not gonna go into why, but if you know, you know. They have the workflows, they have the perfect CRM, contacts, conversation, audit log, multi-tenancy of any clients that you wanna build a sub-account for. It's just perfect. They have custom telephone providers, so you don't have to use Twilio, Lead Connector, whatever you want to call it. And it's just awesome. GoHighLevel is amazing. We run our entire pipeline through GoHighLevel. If you want our snapshot, it's in the Iron Vault, so the paid section of the school community. And that's how we run our entire business, how we do our double dial, SOP, etc. So, and that's how we do our fulfillment. So when a lead comes in through the meta ad, they get the instant lead response form, or the instant lead response to the conversation. And yeah, so let's go GoHighLevel for the CRM, and it's half of our delivery, but we also dog food it. And we run our cold SMS engine out through there, and pivoting into the cold SMS provider, the custom provider is Telenix. So Telenix has beautiful documentation. They allow you to scale as an agency because they have voice, and they're on the cutting edge, it seems, with their just implementing these new AI features. Previously, I was on Signalhouse, but their support, not that great. I don't recommend Signalhouse to anyone anymore, especially because A2P is no longer an issue. We have sections in the school community of how to get registered and verified every time for A2P. So that was really Signalhouse's main selling point, but I can't recommend them anymore. But yeah, Telenix is great. We have a Telenix bridge that connects directly into GoHighLevel, and SMS sends flawlessly. So that's where we get most of our clients right now. Our CAC is extremely low, like in the hundreds, like the 100s. So we're just doing hella volume on the SMS side. We also get a very low CAC on cold email, which segments into the next tech stack piece, which is Instantly. We also have a legacy cold email agency, so we're sending around 1,000 emails a day with Instantly. And we have a GoHighLevel marketplace app for that as well. It's called Iron Instantly Bridge. That will be rolled out soon to the community. And it basically, every single Instantly response threads into the GoHighLevel conversation, and then you can reply directly to the thread in that email account that it was originally sent from. So that's been a huge game changer for us. It's been a crazy development cycle with that, but we finally got it dialed in. There's just so much sauce that has been being built out on these live streams. It's just been crazy, but that's Instantly for the email channel. We've closed clients from there. We get hella leads from there. It's been great. We also recently started running meta ads. We've had we've run these like 3 days ago. We started them, and we already had a call showed. So that just shows our booking frameworks in GoHighLevel. The snapshot that we have is working pretty good. And how I use that is I use Claude to build all the campaigns, all the headlines, descriptions, primary text, do the DCO, the CBO, all that shit. Claude does it all, and yeah, I don't touch Meta. And I have Claude read the Meta API of how the campaign's doing. I have Claude set up, and we'll go into the next one, which is PostHog. And PostHog can have your session analytics. You can record your sessions with PostHog for each funnel that you have set up. This has been the craziest game changer ever. Shout out Adrian, who put me on this. He set up like my first funnel on PostHog like completely for fucking free, which is actually crazy. And I just had Claude replicate that. We have a PostHog skill in the Iron Vault community if you want this shit. But that's another thing. PostHog for session analytics, for your funnel analytics. It's just amazing. I cannot imagine running an ads agency without this. Let's see, what else do we got here? Obsidian. We actually just made a new Obsidian module in the school community as well, because Joshua was telling me, he just reminded me that I use Obsidian. So there's an Obsidian module there. It's basically unified memory and a knowledge base for your LLMs that are hyper legible, yes, in Obsidian. So there's a module there. It's really just for storing your markdown files. There's an Obsidian MCP server in Claude Code, and it helps, store all of your sauce. It's not too crazy, but that helps a lot, and I use it all the time. Supabase for database, and this is your source of truth for everything. This is what our scraped lists come from. This is what is stored in. This is what our whole entire enrichment pipeline process feeds off of for how we do segmentation, ICP verification, email, phone verification to get the list to actually do this cold outreach. Iron ACQ is going to go into beta soon. We have a micro SaaS agent wrapper MCP server that can go directly into your Claude Code. I don't know when that'll be released to the public, but we're going to get some beta users on that soon. And so yeah, Supabase is the database. It's amazing. I self-host it. You can use the cloud version. It's pretty generous, but yeah, Supabase for analytics, for syncing up with your GoHighLevel, for tracking your KPIs. I could go hours into Supabase and how important it is, but there's just too much to talk about there. But yeah, if you need a database, Supabase is great. And let's see, what else do we use in our tech stack? That's pretty much our acquisition channels covered, the database covered, GoHighLevel, Claude Code. I'm definitely missing some. Let's see. Dude, that's really about the 80-20 of it if I can't think of anything else. I use a project manager. It's open source called Plane. You can share it with your team, and you can have a Kanban board with a calendar in there. But that's just project management. There's nothing really. I've got to be missing something. That's really the 80-20 of it, though. All my tech stack, I'm basically just regurgitating what's already in the school community in the free tier. So if you want everything that I use, why I use it, how to set it up in more detail, be sure to join Iron Operators. If you want all of my skills and my GoHighLevel snapshot, then you can join Iron Operators Premium and you get access to the vault. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it shed some light on every single piece of my tech stack, and hope you can take something away from this. You guys have a good one.